geometric sequences with geometric mean. Make sure you pay attention to the essential questions. Very similar to what we did the previous time about arithmetic, but geometric, we're talking about the common ratio. Remember, the ratio is the R in your reference sheet. Again, geometric sequences are just below the arithmetic on your reference sheet. A to the n is the last term that you're talking about. A to the 1 is the first term. R is that common ratio, which are being multiplied by. N is the number of terms, and you're subtracting a negative 1. All right, moving on. Using the formula for the following geometric sequence. All right, so what is the 10th term in the following geometric sequence? Okay, so you didn't have to do that, but again, if you don't recognize what you're being multiplied by, I took the second term, 1, and I divided it by the first term, the 0.2. And that gave me a difference, or a common ratio of 5. And then I checked it. 1 times 5 gives me 5, 5 times 5 gives me 25. So the common ratio is 5. And then I'm going to use that formula from above to figure out what the 10th term is. Now, remember, you're looking at that reference, a to the n, and we're looking for the 10th term, so I'll call that a to the 10th, equals that first term, which was 0.2. The common ratio we said was 5, raised to a power now. It's 10 minus 1. Now that is all in the exponents, that 10 minus 1. So I'm going to go ahead and write it out. You can type that all in your calculator, especially if you're being timed. But for the reference of the video, 10 minus 1 is 9. So it's 5 to the 9th power times 0.2. And if you just type that into your calculator, you're going to get the answer. And you notice it's a pretty large number. 390,625. That is your answer for that problem. Pretty difficult. Not difficult, but pretty intense if you were trying to do it by hand. You need that formula. Now here we go again. What is the 6th term of the geometric sequence for this? Okay, a to the 6 equals the first term, 4, times the parentheses, the common ratio, negative 1/2, raised to the term that you're looking for, minus 1. So it's negative 1/2 raised to the 5th power times 4. You type that in your calculator. Okay, you type it in the calculator, you get negative 0.125. And then you get that math erase that alpha equals key, you get negative 1/8. So either one of those could be your multiple choice answers. Just be careful, look to see what you have, and answer it correctly. Now here we go. We have a geometric sequence with the first term 12 and a constant ratio 2. And a to the n equals 12, 24, all the way to 96. What is the value of n? Yikes. All right, let's set this up. Using that formula button you have the last term, which is 96. That's usually your a to the n power, but we're going to just call it 96. All right, we set it equal to the first term, which is 12. All right, your common ratio we said was 2. We don't know the nth term, that's what we're looking for, and it's always n minus 1. All right, now that common ratio, I'm going to change it to the number 2 because we know it. It was given to us. All right, now you need to figure it out. Think about what you know. You want to divide by 12. Get the n by itself. So I'm dividing those cells by 12, and I get 96 divided by 12, which is 8. On this side, the 12's reduced down to 1, and we're left with 2 n minus 1. All right, now this is a little bit more complicated. You have to think, 2 to the what power gives you 8? Well, 2 to the 3rd gives you 8, right? So that means that we know this, right? 2 times 2 times 2 gives you 8. Well, if you're subtracting one of them, what does n need to be? 4 minus 1 gives you 3, right? All right, so n equals 4. That one was tricky, but you might have something like that on the EOC. Again, we have some word problems. I want you to attempt them. Try to practice those tonight. We'll come in tomorrow and we'll work on them. We'll work with our groups to make sure that you did it correctly, and then we'll share it as a class. So make sure that you're attempting them, because it's awful easy to watch a video and not pay attention. and then get to school and say, oh my goodness, I don't remember how to do this. So if you want to jot some notes down as you read through these word problems and what you would do, that would be ideal. Take your notes with you to class tomorrow. Don't forget them. Thank you.